Hello and a very warm welcome to Science Monitor, your weekly update on what's happening in the field of science, technology, research and innovation in and around the country. I'm Tina Jha. From national awards honoring successful commercialization of innovative technologies to a microfiltration process that prevents sea salt from plastic pollution, we have plenty in store for you on this edition of Science Monitor. But as always, let's begin with the headlines. National Awards 2021 announced under 3 categories to mark the National Technology Day. 15 winners selected by Technology Development Board for developing and commercializing technological innovations. N protein of SARS-CoV-2 also plays a crucial role in viral transmission. ISER Bhopal researchers studied 24 viral proteins in conjunction with the spike protein to arrive at this conclusion. Microfiltration process developed to prevent plastic residues in sea salt. Researchers at IIT Guwahati use hollow fiber membranes to isolate microplastics from seawater. And the AI for India initiative establishes a Guinness World Record by involving 112,000 participants. The online programming class of 24 hours was organized by IIT Madras, incubated startup Hubi and the AICTE. And now the news in detail. National Technology Day is observed every year to mark the anniversary of the Pokhran nuclear tests that were conducted in the year 1998. On this day, national awards are also announced to encourage successful commercialization of indigenous and innovative technologies. This year too, winners were announced under 3 categories by the Technology Development Board. To find out who the winners are, take a look at this report.
National Technology Day highlights the indigenous tech innovations that contribute to the self-reliance of the country. On this day, national awards are announced to honor the outstanding efforts by industries, technology providers and innovators in the past year for developing and commercializing cost-effective indigenous technologies. This year, for National Awards 2021, Technology Development Board, functioning under the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, has selected 15 winners under 3 categories. Under the first category of national awards, that is, National Award for Successful Commercialization of Indigenous Technology, Borosil Renewables Limited has been selected for developing state-of-the-art manufacturing technology to produce a variety of fully tempered solar glass. The glass is being used in high-powered glass-to-glass bifacial modules. An anti-glare solar glass called Selene has also been developed for solar PV installations. The second company to get an award in this category is Raina Industries Private Limited, Mumbai. The company has developed an indigenous form of textile reinforced concrete or TRC. This improved material will overcome the problem of textile waste and reduce the consumption of concrete. The material can be used for new as well as retrofitting works. Both companies will be awarded trophies and a prize money of Rs 25 lakh. This year, 3 micro, small and medium enterprises or MSMEs have been selected for the second category of national awards, under which a prize money of Rs 15 lakh will be provided to each. Among them, Gurugram's Plus Advanced Technologies Private Limited has been selected for developing an indigenous temperature-controlled pharmaceutical shipping box called CellSure. The second company is Kochi-based Intot Technologies Private Limited. It has developed a high-quality and cost-effective solution for digital broadcast radio reception based on the concept of software-defined radio. The third winner under this category is Chennai-based Olean Life Sciences Private Limited. The company has developed a ginger extract powder standardized to higher amount of gingeroids. Under the third category of national awards, 10 technology startups have been selected for promising new technology with potential for commercialization. These include Proficient Vision Solutions Private Limited, Kharagpur; iRov Technologies Private Limited, Kerala; Fabheads Automation Private Limited, Chennai; Probeltech Private Limited, Bhopal; Breathe Applied Sciences Private Limited, Bangalore; Siren AI Solutions, Delhi; Theranautilus Private Limited, Bangalore; Synthera Biomedical Private Limited, Pune; Multi Nanosense Technologies Private Limited, Nagpur; and Nokark Robotics Private Limited, Pune. Each startup will receive a trophy and a prize money of Rs 15 lakh.
According to a new research, the N protein of the SARS-CoV-2 plays an important role in increasing the infectivity of the virus. The study conducted by ISER Bhopal researchers demonstrates that in addition to the spike protein, a study of other viral proteins, particularly the N protein, is also necessary to fully understand the COVID-19 viral infection. These findings by Indian researchers may help in developing better therapeutic drugs, antibodies, and entry inhibitors to fight against this deadly infection. More details in this report.
As the world struggles with the ups and downs of the COVID-19, scientists are constantly studying the different avatars of the virus and their infectivity. Researchers at the Indian Institute of Science Education and Research, IISER Bhopal, have reached a new conclusion in this direction. A team of scientists from the Institute's Department of Biological Sciences has found that the nucleocapsid or N protein of the virus also plays a critical role in increasing the infectivity of the SARS-CoV-2. The actual infectious levels of the virus in a real-life scenario can vary greatly in the presence of such proteins. So, it is not enough to study spike protein alone to develop the therapeutic drugs, antibodies, and entry inhibitors.
We set up a screen using this. So there are 24 different SARS-CoV-2 genes that we used. And then we produce this something called pseudoviruses or virus-like particles that are spike-coated. And then we individually added each of these 24 factors and saw which one perhaps could help us in getting more infectivity in this assay. And the N turned out to be a very strong candidate.
The SARS-CoV-2 is an RNA genome virus which is surrounded by a sphere-shaped structure. The structure includes a wide variety of proteins, one of which is the spike protein that gives the virus a special prickly or crown-like form. Since the virus is highly infectious, most studies do not use the live virus but use a similar protein capsule made up of spike that has been filled with another viral core in a process called pseudotyping. Researchers at IISER Bhopal looked at whether other proteins of the coronavirus also influence the pseudotyped viral infectivity. The team combined a type of virus vector called lentivirus with a COVID-19 spike protein to produce spike lentivirus and studied the infectivity of various proteins of SARS-CoV-2. During the study, pseudoviruses produced with the nucleocapsid proteins were found to be comparatively more infectious than those containing other proteins.
So the immediate impact of this work would be that they can incorporate nucleoprotein in their study. And then they can re-evaluate the compounds or the antibodies that they are evaluating. Because we know that the infectivity level is much higher when we have the nucleoprotein or the nucleocapsid protein incorporated. The long-term benefit of this assay is going to be you have to just change the spike So you have the spike variant, what we call wild type, let's say, the original one, and you can compare with this original one, the new variants that are coming.
Researchers believe that N protein promotes the incorporation of the spike protein into viral particles, thereby increasing the chances for each viral particle to bind to the target cell. This discovery has added a new dimension to the COVID-19 research. This will help in understanding the viral transmission in a better way. The findings of this study have been published in the peer-reviewed journal Frontiers in Cellular and Infection Microbiology.
Researchers at the Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati, have developed an efficient microfiltration process to remove microplastics from seawater. This process will help not only in the extraction of plastic-free sea salt, but also in the prevention of various diseases that are triggered by plastic pollution. Here are details in this report.
Oceans are getting affected by plastic pollution. In fact, microplastics have been found in almost all oceans and marine animals. These particles are polluting sea salt as well. A study in East Asia found microplastics in 90% of the salt brands sampled worldwide. Another study by IIT Mumbai has found polyesters, polyethylene terephthalate, polyamide, polyethylene and polystyrene in several brands of Indian sea salt. These particles can disrupt hormones in the human body, can cause diseases of the nervous system, besides leading to infertility and cancer. Now, researchers at the Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati, have developed a microfiltration system using hollow fiber membranes. Created by Professor Kaustubh Mohanty, Dr. Senthil Murugan Subbiya, and research scholar Naveen Kumar Ashok of the Department of Chemical Engineering, the system can remove microplastics from seawater before the extraction of salt.
Our present study focuses on the identification of microplastics in the 10 Indian edible sea salts and 2 Indian edible rock salts. So, a wide range of microplastics were found, around 400 to 1900 particles per kg in the refined sea salt and around 1900 to 2300 per kg in unrefined sea salts.
Hollow fiber membranes are being used extensively in various water-related applications. IIT Guwahati researchers have created a filter matrix by bundling together hundreds of tiny straw-like tubes to isolate up to 99.3% of the microplastics.
We have prepared this synthetic feed solution by dissolving the salt, which contains more number of microplastics. The feed solution we have pumped using the booster pump to the membrane setup. So basically the membrane is made up of polypropylene membrane, hollow fiber membrane, and we are getting the permeate solution here, which is the microplastic free solution. After every 50 liter of permeate solution, we are doing the 2 minutes of backwash to remove the unwanted material deposited over the membrane, and also it will increases the permeate flow. Here you can see the membranes. This is the feed tank solution filtered, and this is the permeate solution.
Researchers have shown for the first time efficient removal of microplastics using hollow fiber microfiltration or HFMF membranes from synthetic seawater. According to them, ceramic membranes with very low pore size can also be used at home to remove harmful plastics from salt solution.
We can dissolve these salts with a minimal amount of water, and this concentrated salt water can be filtered through a ceramic membrane with a very low pore size, somewhere around 0.01 micron.
The research that was recently published in the research journal Environmental Technology and Innovation can be used for pre-treatment of seawater. This system is also able to operate under low water pressure without electricity, thereby producing cost-effective water treatment to produce healthy salt.
IIT Madras incubated startup GUVI and the All India Council for Technical Education have set a new world record through their online initiative called AI for India. The 24-hour online initiative was organized to upskill Indians in Python programming language, and the programming class was attended by more than 112,000 participants. According to the Guinness World Record, this has established a new world record for most number of users taking a programming lesson in 24 hours. More details in this report.
Artificial intelligence is leading to amazing applications in almost all the sectors. Due to its increasing utility, many efforts are being made in India to promote innovation and create trained human resource in the field. To upskill Indians in Python programming language, AI for India initiative was organized on the 24th and 25th of April by GUVI, an IIT Madras incubated startup, and All India Council for Technical Education, along with IIT Madras Research Park and Buddy.ai. This 24-hour online coding class was attended by over 1.12 lakh participants comprising different sections of the society from all over the country. The event has now set a Guinness World Record for most numbers of users to take a programming lesson in 24 hours, beating the previous record by 50 times.
World record has come, fine. But more importantly, we have been able to engage with young students during this pandemic. When the chips are down, when people are all having scary thoughts with the COVID-19 second version wave being on, the onslaught being going on, I think everyone was having dim hopes. During that time, energizing and making students to learn AI and the facial recognition of, creating tools and software, nothing can be better than this.
In addition to the online coding class, an online training session to build a face recognition app was also organized as part of the same event. 1.43 lakh participants attended this session online. Swapnil Dangrikar, the official educator of the Guinness World Records in India, presented the certificates of the world record during an online event held on the 30th of April 2021.
Buddy.ai, is an 8-year-old company, and 98% of our employees are in India. And we're very proud of building probably one of the world's top-notch AI platform in healthcare from India. When GUVI is working really hard towards upskilling and reskilling, a lot of our engineers, in India for getting into the AI space, we saw this as a perfect alignment because we truly believe that AI is the future.
In order to develop economical and better resources in the field of artificial intelligence education, the startup GUVI has launched online coding and programming classes mainly for the students. The endeavor is being enriched by expert talk and training sessions in various other regional languages besides Hindi and English. Such initiatives are proving very useful during the current COVID crisis, and achievements such as the Guinness World Record reflect GUVI's commitment.
In India, we have a lot of faceless families. Okay, the only thing which can give face to the family's education. Okay, for example, this is one of the example for it. This is one of the screenshots which we got it during the this Guinness World Record. So look at this, you can't believe these people are empowered with learning AI from their place, whatever they have it. Okay, so this is the real achievement which we want to have it, and this is where we were striving it for past 7 years. Okay, and because of AICT and Guinness World Record, we are able to take it to a larger audience.
GUVI is providing online courses in programming languages, deep learning, data science, etc. to benefit the students as well as professionals residing in the remote areas of the country. It has opened up a new path for affordable education for all by building a strong network with schools and colleges. This will enable young talents to come forward with new ideas and contribute towards building a self-reliant India.
Time now to take a quick look at some other developments that have made news in the field of science and technology in our special segment, Science Express.
India recently participated in the third Arctic Science Ministerial meeting. Representing India, Union Minister for Science and Technology, Earth Sciences, Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Harshvardhan shared the country's long-term plans for research work and cooperation in the Arctic region. The third meeting was jointly organized by Iceland and Japan. The event aims to enhance collective understanding about the Arctic region through observation, research and capacity building. India's involvement with the Arctic began in 1920 with the signing of the Svalbard Treaty in Paris. July 2008, India established a permanent research station in the Arctic region named Himatri. And since 2013, India has been working as an observer country in the Arctic Council. India has contributed to observing systems in the Arctic, both in situ and by remote sensing, and in 2014, a multi-sensor moored observatory, IND-ARC, was also deployed by India. All these operations are coordinated and conducted by the Goa-based National Centre for Polar and Ocean Research, functioning under the Ministry of Earth Sciences. The Indian Space Research Organisation has developed 3 affordable ventilators and an oxygen concentrator in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Developed by ISRO's Vikram Sarabhai Space Centre, the instruments Pran, Vayu, Swasth and Shwas are easy to use and fully automated. Pran provides oxygen to the patient using automated compression pressure of an ambu bag, while the Swasth Cam works without electricity. And Vayu is a low-cost ventilator equivalent to commercially available high-end ventilators. The oxygen concentrator developed by ISRO is called Shwas, and it can provide enriched oxygen at the rate of 10 liters per minute. The technology transfer to industries for commercial production of these devices will also be done soon. NASA's Osiris-Rex Spacecraft has started its return journey to Earth after collecting and carrying samples from Bennu. Bennu is a near-Earth asteroid 200 million miles away from Earth. The robotic spacecraft reached Bennu in 2018 and orbited it for 2 years before collecting samples from its surface. Scientists estimate that the spacecraft has exceeded collection targets of 60 grams of sample and is bringing back 200 to 400 grams of debris from Bennu. It will take 2 years for the Osiris-Rex to return to Earth. The spacecraft is expected to land on Earth by September the 24th, 2023. This expedition is part of a study about the origin of the Earth. Scientists believe that asteroid samples can provide important information relating to the origin of the Earth and the beginning of life on it. Currently, scientists are monitoring Osiris-Rex's safe return to Earth, which is an important part of this campaign. Scientists now have the latest information about the deepest points on the Earth. These are important locations in the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Arctic and Southern Oceans that have been mapped by the 5 most recent deep expeditions. Places such as the 10,924-meter deep Mariana Trench in the Western Pacific have already been surveyed many a time. But the latest deep dive projects have overcome many uncertainties and doubts. For example, there were 2 claims for the deepest point in the Indian Ocean. a section of the Java Trench off the coast of Indonesia, and a fracture zone to the southwest of Australia. The latest expedition has proved that the Java Trench is actually the deepest point in the Indian Ocean. The deepest place in the Atlantic Ocean is the Brownson Deep in the Puerto Rico Trench. Similarly, a new place named as Factorian Deep has also been discovered in the Southern Ocean. These depths are the trenches of the ocean where the Earth's tectonic plates meet. Precise details of these depths have been measured by state-of-the-art technology during the 10-month expedition.
So that's it from us on this edition of Science Monitor. You can send us your feedback and suggestions through email. Our email ID is news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write to us. Here is our address: Vigyan Prasar, 5th floor, Prithvi Bhavan, Lodi Road, New Delhi, 110003. So we'll take your leave now. See you again same time next week. Until then, take care of yourselves and your families. Stay safe and continue to think scientifically.